Third Dimension Production presents You Got Issues. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? Everybody's got them.
Hey baby, what you saying?
Hey,
How you
cool.
doing?
Hi there, right there. How you doing?
I'm okay, man.
That's good. Happy birthday.
Thanks. Surprised you remember my birthday.
Can't forget a day like that, you know?
Wow.
How your day been going so far?
Everything went well so far, man.
I got a
good day.
surprise for you.
Want me a surprise?
Yeah, your birthday present.
What? Baby, you get me a sliver?
Yeah.
Now, baby, you can't be really so sweet. Oh, thanks.
Maybe you deserve the best, you know that?
Baby, you know I can't wait to call my friends and let them know about this. He's so sweet.
Alright. You know my birthday coming up soon, so what you got for me?
Now, baby, come on. Now, you know you straight, right? You know you straight. Hey, baby. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
How you doing?
Hey, yeah.
That's good.
Got a little something for you.
Thank you. So sweet. You're such the perfect gentleman. Come here. Come here. You know I have something for you, right?
The latest statistics of the Ministry of Youth revealed that most teenagers have their first sexual encounter by the age of 15. Young people, don't say yes today, lay down tomorrow, and get up the following day with regrets. Hi, young people, and welcome to the new powerful teen show, You Got Issues. Did you see that? Did you just see that powerful dramatic presentation? Two young people, boy meets girl. Is that happening to you? Well, the issue today in You Got Issues is the issue of sex. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, and Culture, its statistics reveal that by the age of 16, young people have already had their first sexual encounter. It's all up on the TV, it's all up on the videos, and all up in the newspapers. It's used as a means to capture us. What's the truth about sex? What's the issue about sex? Well, let's join some of our young people in a roundtable discussion as we deal with the issue of sex. Check it out. Well, Bahamas, welcome to You Got Issues Roundtable, and I'll tell you, we're going to hear from some young people. Our youth are going to speak to youth and deal with the issue straight up, like we say, the place where we deal straight up with your issues. The issue today is the issue of sex. You know, they say everybody's doing it. By the age of 16, man, they say the word virgin is non-existent today. But talk to me, tell us, from your perspective, what's going on with this, what we call, they're no longer called Generation X, I'm understanding, Generation Y. What's the deal with Generation Y and sex?
To deal with Generation Y and sex, what I believe is at the age of 16, you said, I don't think they should even be thinking about sex, because I believe that at 16 you're still a child and you still have a child's mind. You can basically deal with having sex, relationship, school, and everything else. So I think at that age you need to be maturing and to try focus on what you want to do in life. Give yourself time to grow before you start to make that step over into sex.
All right, Jamal, what was your perspective?
Agree, you know, at that age, if you start having sex, I think that'll begin to cloud your mind, you know? That's like a drug, you know, it's just like the cocaine that be on the streets, you know what I mean? Once you start it, you can't stop, you know what I mean? And it'll be hard for you to focus on your goals and dreams in life, you know what I mean? And so when you start up in sex, you'll be thinking about it all as your class, you know, all at home while you're sleeping and then, and you can't get that guy off your mind, you know what I mean? So it's not really good to have sex at a young age, you know what I mean? I think that's why parents say, wait until you get married, that's a wise decision. Wait until you get married,
But there are a lot of young people out there who say, ain't nothing wrong with it. Why can't I do it? It feels good. It brings me pleasure. It draws me closer. And yeah, it may cloud my mind, but what's your feel on that, Juan?
To me, I believe some of the young girls right now are using the law at their hand, but they at 16 to give consent. But then some parents is not in the home to know what's going on, don't ask their kids what's going on. So they use other people, other their friends, mind their friends, and doing things what they shouldn't be doing. Other men taking advantage of them, making them feel like they're their father so they can do anything they want to do with their body.
So there's a whole lot of peer pressure out there then. What role does peer pressure play in the sex vibe?
Well, I think it's a big issue. Because the friends, some of their friends, like in the high school, let's say, because when you were age 16, you're from grade 10 to 12, and the girls in the higher grades, right, they already started having sex, you know what I mean? And they have young friends, the ones in grade 10, and they influencing them by telling them, oh, this feels so good, this and that, and they, it begins to, play with their head, be like, oh man, I gotta get in the in crowd, you know what I mean? So just to fit in, you know what I mean, just to get that feeling, and to be able to talk with them, you know what I mean? I think they go and do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So go ahead, Nat.
No, I was just going to say I agree with him because sometimes being a male or female, sometimes you hear your friends talking about, boy, I just did it last night, I tapped that and whatever else. And then when you're not doing it, they call you punk, they call you soft, So it's really a big thing about fitting in with your peers.
Yeah, so the peer pressure is a real issue. And at the end of the day, though, the pressure comes, let's say a young person gives in. Is it really worth it in the long run? I mean, what's your feel on that? Is it really worth it?
Some of them just think that I did it and, ain't no big thing with it. But then they look at it, I'm catching themselves and making it seem like, well, it's a waste of time, I shouldn't do it, I should have waited until this. But then their friends telling them, you ain't a man unless you do it. So they continue doing it, and they get feel down and dirty because they get pressure into it. And when they realize what is what, sometimes be too late, but then sometimes they say it feel good. So they can't do nothing else but it.
Regret. You think a lot of young people are doing it and wish they weren't? They've been pressured into it. You think a lot of them are regretful? What word would you say to a young person who's regretful? Who says, man, I did that thing and I wish I didn't do that thing, and man, I feel so bad. What word would you say to them?
Well, what I say, everybody make mistakes in life, but the point is, to get back up, and just continue on with your life. Don't allow the past to keep you down, you know what I mean? Just look forward, look forward into your future, you know what I mean? And because there's a lot more ahead of you, so just keep pushing, forget what happened, and get yourself mixed with new friends, new people who will push you, you know what I mean? Who don't guide you in the wrong direction, you know what I mean? So I think that's would be a good advice to you.
Good. What I would say is that sex is in the finish line. I mean, after sex, there's still life. So you have to still go on living. It's not going to make you, it's not going to break you. You have to find your place in life and continue on from there. Just go out and grow.
All right. And I think key is try not to repeat the same mistake that you've made before. You know what I mean? If you realize that you've made a mistake, then just like you said, recognize the mistake, but go on to make quality, positive decisions. What do you think about relationships, though? We talk a bit about peer pressure, we talk a bit about friendships. How important is the right kind of friends around you? How important is that?
Well, you could be hanging with bad friends, but you could be the one inside that crew to make the change all of them. But some people hang with the wrong side of the crew and turn around and make the same crew you hang with become a positive crew, someone the whole school look up to, and make a big difference in the school. Some people just know where to stand and where not to stand and how to do things in school. But some guys just want to be the big man and tell a small man come in their crowd and change that big man and make other people believe like, well, if we could change one, you could change all.
I think it's all about knowing who you are, first and foremost, because if you know who you are, no one could come in and influence you, you know, change your beliefs, you know, and what you think and what you believe in life, you know what I mean? So if you're in a group with a group of people and you know who you are, you know, because this person is smoke, you know what I mean, you have to smoke, you know what I mean, because this person is drink, you know, don't mean you have to drink, you know what I mean? You stand up for what you believe in, you know, you stand up for your belief, your principles, you know what I mean? And no one want to move you or shake you, you know what I mean? And they respect you for that, you know?
I heard someone say the other day, it's better to be respected than to be liked. And I think a lot of young people are looking to be liked. They're looking for somebody to give them value, you know, make me feel like I'm special. You know what I'm saying? I know personally for me, I found my value in JC. Who was JC? Who is that? You know, I found my value in Jesus Christ and in a personal relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? And he gave my life value. He built my self-esteem and of course some key people around me. But it's better to be respected than to be liked. And I would charge or encourage every young person out there, stop trying to be liked, you know what I'm saying? And do things at the end of the day. Quality decisions will cause you to be respected. How y'all feel about that, y'all?
Well, I'll say, like, that's how you find JC. A lot of them in school know JC, but they're scared that to bring forward JC to other people and speak about it. But then, if you know what you got, you could use that to do a lot. And some of them, they're scared that, well, they'll be called a punk and you ain't no real man, you gotta do what this nigga doing and do what that nigga doing to be called a real man. But if the minute you start talking with JC and then they say, well, it's a big difference. You can't hang with this clique. You gotta get with this clique or, you know, also.
I, for one, can tell you about low self-esteem because I have been there wanting to fit in. Being a middle child, I wanted to be different, somewhat to put it. You know, when you here and there and you're trying to find your middle ground. This one telling you to do this, the next one telling you to do that, and the next one telling you to do this. But you have to find you. You have to center on you, who you are. You can't let everybody make their decisions for you when you call it your own. You're just going on somebody else's feelings.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when I found Christ, I found Nadia, I was able to say, no, I don't want to do that. Or no, I don't think I should go that place, or I shouldn't go with you today, you know? You can't come over to my house. So you have to be wise enough to make those decisions for you to know that it'll carry you in the long run.
And I think low self-esteem is strongly linked to the issue of sex, you see? Because if your self-esteem is low, then you're gonna tend to, you know, look, I need you to like me, until you'll compromise. You'll even compromise your standards and compromise your beliefs. So you'll find that most, particularly young ladies, become promiscuous, and the word promiscuous means they become very sexually active because at the end of the day, they're looking to be loved. So there's a link between low self-esteem and the whole issue of sex. Closing comments. What would you say to this? Man, look at y'all, my God. What would y'all say to those people out there? What are your words to them on sex?
My words to you guys are this, you know, stay strong, you know, pray in the Lord to give you strength and courage to guide you through the trials and tribulations, because trust me, you will go through a lot of pressure, you know, between your friends and just your boyfriend or whatever, you know, or your girlfriend, you know, and trust me, it can be heated. It can be heated sometimes, you know. But you know, they say you got free from lust. You know, you can't stand around, you know, and think you can beat it. So the best thing to do is run away, you know, before it actually happens. You know, be with groups, you know, hang out like that. Don't hang out by yourself, you know, to avoid that problem. You know. Dating groups, yeah.
If you're old enough to date,
yeah.
What I will say is that temptation will come, but God will make a way for you to escape. Okay, you go over to your friend's house, you sitting down together, all of a sudden you hear the phone ring. He go answer the phone or you go answer the phone, make your escape because you don't want something too hot and too heavy land on you. So what I'm telling you, make positive decisions. It will keep you in the end. God ain't never going to put more on you than you can bear. So just be strong in the Lord and know that your time coming, when it's the right time for you to have sex, it's going to happen. You're going to find that right time for you, and you'll know when it is. So just be encouraged.
Someone say, wait till you get a license when you can do it breakfast, lunch, dinner, in between time, in the wee hours of the morning. Hey, get legit. You feeling me? Jewing.
My comments on that is that God made man and woman to be as one. You're not a child, you're a child at this time. God will grow you up to be a man or woman, and when that time comes, He binds two together to be as one, and that's how it always should be.
Massive says, he sings a song, that's my boy, he was on the other day, but Massive says, no ringy, no tingy. Baby, if you ain't got the ring, then don't touch the thing. Peace out. God bless you from the round table. We gonna check you later. Hey, don't say yes today. Lay down tomorrow and get up the following day with regrets. Say no to sex. It was a hit back in the day. I tell you, man, everybody was singing it. This song that dealt straight up and real with sex. Check it out. Christian Massive in his hot new video. No ringy, no tingy. Oh man, check it out.
Hey, leave fornication. Full stop, that means there's no room for debate. And so if you don't have on a ring, don't touch the thing, Select. Say, then see Select alongside Christian Massive. You will tell them, say, no ringing up, no tinging. That's how the Bible say. See when they talk about the fornication, that means don't touch it till your wedding day. Massacre that say, no ringing up, no tinging. That's how the Bible declare. That means don't touch it with nobody. Don't touch it at no time. As a God said, don't touch it nowhere. If you not have on a ring, then man don't touch the thing. If you not have on a wedding band, that means you're not qualified for romance, young ladies. If you're not married, for your own sake, keep on your pan, and if you married, this girl is not yours. You're telling the boy them. Then keep on your dress, cause no ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible say. See when they talk about the fornication, that means don't touch it till your wedding day. Massacre that say, no ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible declare. That means don't touch it with nobody. Don't touch it at no time. As a God say, don't touch it nowhere.
Money, I'm saving up my money to buy some furniture when I get married. Money, I'm saving up my money to take care of the lady. Listen, I need my stove, I need my fridge, a good paying job so I can pay my bill. Papa, I need my TV, I need my bed, so when I get it then I can get some like that.
No ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible say. See when they talk about the fornication, that means don't touch it till your wedding day. Massacre that say, no ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible declare. That means don't touch it with nobody. Don't touch it at no time. As a God said, don't touch it nowhere. See, I'm unmarried, so me sex about 10 days a week. So me ain't married, still in the sex ain't more than me. You can buy the life from that old world you see talking about. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk free? But listen, Christian Massive, select your side me. This is the tune we telling everybody, and that is no ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible say. See when they talk about the fornication, that means don't touch it till your wedding day. Massacre that say, no ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible declare. That means don't touch it with nobody. Don't touch it at no time. As a God said, don't touch it nowhere.
Soon and very soon, Selector going to get my ring, to get my thing. Soon and very soon, Selector going to get my ring, to get my thing. Soon and very soon, Selector going to get my ring. Me sing hallelujah, hallelujah, I am going to get my ring.
That's why we sing again. No ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible say. When you talk about the fornication, that means don't touch it till your wedding day. Massacre that say, no ringing, no thingy. That's how the Bible declare. That means don't touch it with nobody. Don't touch it at no time. As a God said, don't touch it. You tell it. Listen again.
They say everybody's doing it. Man, the word in the streets is like if you're not doing it, you ain't saying nothing, you ain't got it going on. But let's go to the community and hear the word from the streets. Why are young people getting so busy doing this thing? Let's check it out.
Do you think virgins still exist? Of course virgins still exist. You're looking at one. Virgins do exist. Like you say, you have persons who retain their virginity for different reasons. I think most of them looking for that right person. Yeah, the most important part is not the sex. It's what happens outside of the bedroom, because that was what actually maintains a relationship. What maintains marriages for 50, 60, 70 years when sex is no longer a factor.
Sex is for two married people in the sight of God. It was meant to be done in marriage, and if it be done out of marriage, there are effects that will happen. For instance, you might end up with sexually transmitted disease, or even getting pregnant and dropping out of school, so I think it's best to wait.
I think that parents need to be more open and receptive to talk to their children, because this day and age there are so many bad influences out there that from internet to television, there are things that will pull children towards just wanting to experiment on sex. So I think that parents need to be open to their children so that their children will be able to come to them freely to talk about sex.
I do think it's important for young people to wait, because even though their bodies are mature and their bodies may tell them that they're adults, their minds are definitely still, immature and developing. And to participate in sexual activity requires a tremendous amount of responsibility. And I think young people aren't responsible enough to handle sexual activity.
The issue of sex is a real issue as it relates to the next generation. I'm talking to young people. I mean, you may be in junior high school, you may be in senior high school, you may be in college, but today sex is a critical issue as it relates to the next generation. They're saying, man, trust me, everybody's doing it. And then they say, if you're not doing it, you're not carrying on, you ain't got it going on. Well, sex is a serious thing, and sex is an act between two persons that have committed themselves for marriage for the rest of their lives. Sex was something that was created by God. It was not created by man, but it's created by God for three main purposes. Are you feeling me out there, young people? That's right. I said 1, 2, 3 main purposes. It was created, number one, for procreation. Procreation means to have babies or to multiply. Jesus told Adam and Eve, be fruitful and to multiply. So the first reason why sex was created by God was for procreation, or to make babies. The second reason is for pleasure. You'll talk to some young people, you'll hit them up and say, man, sex, baby, that stuff feels so good. Baby, sin is sweet. It's created because God created it for pleasure. But thirdly, it was created for unity, so that the two people can become one and become bonded together. Sex is a binding act. Feel me? That's why when you hit up somebody who you've had sex with and you see them, you will always remember them, because sex is a spiritual act. The two in the sexual union become one flesh. And don't you know that everybody that had sex with that person, when you have sex with them, you are exposed to every person that had sex with that person. If you're a virgin today, and a virgin is somebody who has never had sex, if you're a virgin today, and trust me, baby, you have sex with somebody who's had sex with 10 people, well, you just had sex with 10 people plus one person. You have exposed yourself or opened up yourself to every person that person has had sex with. Listen, bodily fluids unite and all that kind of stuff. Man, if you touch that thing, your mama gonna know. So sex was created for three main purposes: for procreation, for unity, and for pleasure. I want to challenge all of you young people out there. Baby, let me tell you something. If you are sexually attracted to somebody, never be in a house or never be in a place one-on-one with the person you are attracted to. You are asking for trouble. You are asking for some serious stuff. You're asking for disease. I like what Christian Master said, man. My boy said, no ringy, no tingy. Look here, if you don't have the ring, then don't touch the thing. The Bible says that your body is the temple of the Lord. It is a holy place. It is a sacred place. So baby, back off. I recall as a teenager, man, I recall being pressured to have sex left, right, and center. And can I tell you that at some point I gave in to the pressure? Oh my goodness. But can I tell you, at a young age, I purpose in my heart that baby, it'll be no ringy, no tingy. And for 20 years, that's what I said. God has kept me sexually pure. And if God can do it for me, I guarantee you, God can do it for you. Watch the late night sweet telephone conversations with the sweet talks. Hey baby, watch Watch the love tunes because it sets a mood and it sets an atmosphere. Ladies, watch the clothes that you wear. Watch the way you look at one another because all of these things enhance and promote sexual desires. I believe I'm speaking to some young person today. You don't want to be sexually active, but the pressure is on. But I'm telling you, there are some young people who have purpose in their heart that they're going to present their bodies whole. And man, can you imagine open up a Christmas present before Christmas? Man, it is so boring, but imagine that you've not touched it, and when Christmas time comes, you just can't wait. Wait and do it the way God says to do it. Wait on marriage. Do it God's way. When you do it God's way, you can do it breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack time, and in between time, you don't have to sneak around, jump in the bush, go in the back of the car. Baby, you can do it God's way because God's way is always the better way. Imagine having a child outside of wedlock, how difficult it is to be a single mother or a single father. And I'm telling you, listen to me. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it's harder when you've got to do it alone. I'm speaking to somebody today. Close your legs. Put a lockdown. Medea say, cling, cling, baby. Put a cling, cling on it and don't touch that thing. It is a sacred thing. It is a holy thing. Your body is the temple of the Lord. And I'm excited, baby, that one day I'm going to hook up with the right man that God has for me. And trust me, baby, it's going to be ring, 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 and ting, ting, ting. Preserve it because it's off the chain. It's holy. And listen, don't fall for sweet talks. Don't fall for the sweet lines. Don't fall for the sweet communication. You've got to know that you are somebody. Can I tell you something? You're off the chain. You're all that and a bag of chips. You don't need a lady to tell you. You don't need a guy to tell you. You are somebody. Hold your head up. Carry yourself with respect and with dignity, because when you respect yourself and your body, others will respect themselves and they will respect you too. Baby, look here. No ringy, no tingy. Don't say yes today. Lay down tomorrow and get up the following day with regrets. Peace out. God bless you as you do it God's way. Well, Bahamas, that brings us to another powerful and awesome show. You Got Issue, the issue of sex. Look here, don't say yes today. Lay down tomorrow and get up the following day with regrets. If this program has been a blessing to you, hey, give us a call on the number on the screen or hit us up online. And listen to me, man, if you've got awesome talent, if your young person has been exceptional and exemplary and has accomplished some awesome stuff, or maybe you've got a story to tell, a success story, man, hit us up. We want to highlight you. We want to showcase you. Special thanks and mad props to all of our sponsors. You've got issues. Your cousin's got issues. Your mama's got issues. Your best friend's got issues. But here's the place where we deal straight up with your issues. The issue of sex, baby, no ringy, no tingy. Authorize and say no. See us next week. Same time, same channel. You got issues. Yeah.
You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. You got issues, what? You got issues, what? You got issues, what? Everybody's got them. We all got issues.